Hello and welcome to Fancy Football. And it's no news that today the last the round of 16 will commence with fixtures like we are all used to top fixtures. Yeah. Today we have Angola, Namibia, and we'll also have Nigeria, Cameroon, which is the star match of today. So I hope as we continue to proceed towards the business end of the Afcon, we hope that every other thing will take its shape. Once more, good morning, and this is Fancy Football, our live Afcon coverage. And with me today, I have Nonso Arinzechi and John. Hello, guys. Please, can you? We're having a repeat sound. So can somebody switch off his? If you have something on there, can we switch it off? Okay. That'll be good. There's still sound there. I don't know. The repeat sound.
It's better now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, far better now.
I can hear myself.
That's the problem.
Okay, let me work on that. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
We're still having this sound.
I don't know where it's coming from. It's better now. Go ahead.
Okay, guys. We will be looking at the matches for today. Where you have the Nigerian Super Eagles hosting Cameroon. Can you hear me, John?
I think it's from Nonso's end because as it went up,
yes. I guess it's from his end. So let him come back into the. So we'll be looking at Cameroon today versus Nigeria, and also Angola versus Namibia as well. But we let's start with before I think let's start the discussion with you, and let's look at how this match will pan out in terms of tactics, in terms of who has the edge over each other, and also in terms of the head-to-head record between these two teams. Now, looking at the Nigerian Super Eagles coming into this Afcon, there were a lot of expectations. In the sense that these expectations, many fans thought that the Nigerian Super Eagles are prime to go head-to-head with the big boys of the in the Afcon. They were trying to go up with the big boys. Okay, Nonso is back with us. Nonso, can you hear us now?
Yeah, very well. Talk to me.
Okay. So good. The audio is good now. So, like I was telling John, I think that prior to this tournament, we expect a lot to happen for the Nigerian Super Eagles. They've went into this tournament, they scored two goals, concede one at the end of the day, and people, most of us. Of course, fans are optimistic that something will happen along the line, and for us that are pundits, that are analysts, and also that are bookmakers, we are not seeing that. To be frank, I don't know what others are seeing. Maybe I don't know. Let me just not say they are watching the Super Eagles game behind the scene, but how do you think that the Super Eagles have fared so far before we come into the match analysis of what they will do between them and Cameroon? But how do you think the Super Eagles have fared so far in this tournament? I'll start with John.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and It's nice to be on fancy football this morning. But for me, for the Super Eagles, I think the word where they said that when the desired is not available, the available becomes desired, has actually played out in the case of the Super Eagles. The whole talk about the Eagles going into the tournament was about the striking force. Injuries has taken that away from us. And what do we see? We've now seen a new Super Eagles that can be defensively solid. Thank God for, I keep saying it, because at the point, at any point now, I would not like Coach Pesero to take the glory for the discovery of Nwabali, our new found goalkeeper, because at the point before the Nations Cup, he kept making it clear that it was actually the FA that mandated him to bring in the goalkeeper. He wasn't ready to give any trials, but now we've seen that the defense has become the strength of the team. And I'm just happy about that because I believe going forward, that is what they should actually bend on. It's not about how good or how many goals a team scores, but it's how much actually is in its ability to win matches. I think that has been our strength in this tournament, and I hope to still see that going into this Cameroon match. Likely, the defense has been solid. We've seen the likes of Mola, Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey to me has been the revelation of this tournament because after he didn't start the first match, I expected that he was going to struggle with the weather conditions. But ever since he started the second match, he has just been a Trojan in that defense, and he has been just taking everybody that comes his way, taking them apart. So I still expect that going forward. The Super Eagles, for me, as I told you the other day, has been what I expected them to do. Not to be not to be the glamour everybody expects, but just to be effective, and that is what they've been. And for me, that is just what I want to see from my national team.
Okay, coming to you now. So I know we've talked a lot about. I've had you on this show more than any other pundit or rather analyst. And to be frank, we've talked about this Super Eagles team more than any other team in this tournament because it is our own, and we have to cherish our own. But do you see any changes going to this round of 16 with the Super Eagles? Do you just see any changes? Can you see anything that will change it with respect to, because I know that when we were picking our hit and our miss, you put, because you had two different answers from you. Said the Super Eagles attack is one of the miss that you had in the tournament, and also the Super Eagles defense is one of the hits you have in the tournament. So do you see this situation going on and on till where the Super Eagles will reach in this tournament?
Yeah, we don't have a choice. It's again, I repeat, maybe I'm sounding like a broken record, but it is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf that our strength has to lie in our defense. Unfortunately for us, we do not have that midfield of the JJ or Kochas of this world. We do not have the midfield of the John Obi Mikkels of this world. And then we've been reduced to the midfield of Al Hassan, Yusuf, Onyeka, Frank, and a drifting Alex Iwobi. So, unfortunately, it would also have an effect, a rapid effect on the attack. See, you knew there was Victor Oko Boniface in that attack, partnering with Victor Osimhen. Without the services, those guys would suffer loss, huge loss, if you would ask me. So, for me, I think this is the best way to play. The person wants to go for this tournament because you cannot fix it now. Unfortunately, the list of the team has been submitted to CAF. You can't fix anything now until the end of the tournament. So you play to your strength of your players. What's the strength of the Super Eagles? Simple, the defense. So what Pesaro would keep it, I think he would keep his 3-4-3 formation. Short the back line, solid back line, and then try to counter attack. Cut off the midfield, get the ball to the wingers, and again try to score goals. Don't forget that in a game against Guinea-Bissau where the team who were to pack the ball and we were to create chances and score goals, we were ineffective because you know why? The Super Eagles do not know how to create chances. They don't know how to pass the ball together. They should shot. I know Mr. John is nodding his head over there, but truth is, these guys cannot pass the ball to save their life. If their life depended on passing the ball around, Nigeria national team should have been sent back in a long time ago. But unfortunately, football is about effectiveness, like you said. It's about efficiency. It's about scoring goals and keeping it short at the back, which is what they have done so far in the tournament. So for me, if I'm Pesaro, I don't want to care what Nigerians will be saying. Oh, it's negative football. Oh, we are the Super Eagles. Oh, we shouldn't be playing that way, man. If that result, that style and that philosophy can give results, why not? I think that's the way we can go. That's the only way we can get to the final. Fortunately for us, we discussed about the pathway to the final. Since we have a very easy route up until we play Senegal in that final. So for me, keep to what works for you. See, if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's simple. Park the bus, if possible, park two buses, and then when you have the ball, make due use of the ball. Try even if you can get a goal, like a person said during his press conference. You know the man is quite bullish. If you can get a goal, fine. You win a 1-0 victory is a victory. It takes you to the next round of competition. If you win 4-0, it takes you to the next round. There is no point for the knockout stages, and there is no goal difference. So simple as that. So for me, I think that's the way we should go. That is what Nigeria should expect. They shouldn't expect a miracle that tomorrow Nigeria will start passing the ball. No slick passing, no total football in the knockout stages. Come on, in how many days? 3 or 4 days? Not even possible. I'm definitely not going to say Pesero. So I quite agree with John. It's about being effective and efficient. Nigeria win the Afcon like we did in 2013, which I think I know I told you my take on 2013 team. That is the worst Afcon team Nigeria has turned out, but that team won the tournament, which is very key. So for me, I think it's the right way to go. 3-4 formation, keep it short at the back, and try and counter attack. That's the way to go if you'd actually.
Okay, that's the way to go. I hope it should be the way to go today. Let's come. Let's come into the match proper now. Let's talk about head-to-head practice and every other thing that will come into the match. When you look at Nigeria have met Cameroon 7 times in the Afcon. In that 7 times, they shared the spoil. Nigeria has won 3 times. Cameroon has won 3 times, and they had a 1-1 draw. So I think in the Afcon they are all even. But in recent times in the Afcon, we've had the upper hand. Most of you all know it. The last time we met was in 2019, but I think the last 2 matches in the AFCON or 3 matches in the AFCON, Nigeria have won those matches in a row.
Nigeria has won, yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
the last 3 matches in a row. But when we look at what the bookmakers are saying now, coming into this match, we have 50% chance to win the match ahead of. I mean, 56% chance to win the match ahead of the Cameroonians, maybe based on the state of play. You look at our overall meeting with the Cameroonians. When it comes to overall meeting, Nigeria has also not done bad. They've won 2, lost 1, and drawn 2. And the Cameroonians have won only 1, lost 1, and drawn 3. I think they've drawn 3 with the Nigerians, or drawn 2 with the Nigerians as well. It seems coming into this match, Nigeria have the upper hand. But having the upper hand, does it mean that we should take the Cameroonians for granted? John?
Well, I wouldn't say so, because having the upper hand doesn't really play to our strengths. Cameroonians have been an eternal enemies to Nigeria in terms of football. Surprisingly, the upper hand we'll keep talking about having over Cameroon mostly came during Benatro's time. I remember during the World Cup qualifiers when he roasted them here in Calabar 4-0. You see, there's something about being effective, and that is just what I've been very happy about these Eagles. They don't play to your own strength, they play to their strength. When the Eagles were free flowing, we could see Eagles who just open up. You can score them 3, but at the end they might score you 4. But now that they are defensive, we know now that to get in just 1 goal, you have to do your best, because the Eagles are likely going to get that 1 goal and they might seal it off. So head to head, I'm sure the Cameroonians should even be the one who should reject about the head to head we have against them, because right now the Eagles are going well for them. They're having a tournament where they practically just lost out to top the group based on goals difference against the Cameroonians, who were able to sneak in only on the last day. In fact, not just on the last day, in the dying embers of their match against Gambia, that was only when they were able to sneak in into the knockout phase. So be that as it may, all I see today is a confident Eagles. And just as you said, even the bookmakers have looked at it in that way. Although the bookmakers gave it all to Nigeria against Tunisia in 2021, but what we saw was in 20 years, in the 2022 tournament, 2023 tournament, but what we saw was a different team. That solitary goal, and Nigeria was out. So Nigeria just have to be careful, keep out unnecessary errors, which has actually been our bane in the last times, because Nigeria actually plays very well, yet the girls keep losing out in tournaments. Just try and hold up, and I'm sure they should be able to see off the Cameroonians today. Recently, we've been having it over them, and I'm sure we should still have it over them this evening.
Okay, recently we've been having it over them, and you are sure that we'll have it over them this evening. So now, so the start matters coming into this match. Hello, no, so can you hear me?
Oh yes, start gives you motivation. When you look at the fact that the Jazz won the last 3 meetings that they have, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
We
I
can
said the
hear
truth
you.
is
Go
this.
ahead.
Let's be sincere. Start matters. So let's be sincere. Start they do matter. See, I said start matters. If you look at the fact that the Super Eagles of Nigeria has won the last 3 meetings at the African Cup of Nations, it tells a lot. The boys could gather confidence from that fact that they played them, we beat them 3-2 in 2019. Don't forget the time of the us JJ Okochas, beat them 2 and cut that pass from one Kokano to Utaka. So it boosts confidence. The Cameroonian will say, okay, we beat them the last time we met in a friendly match by a goal to nil. Cut that goal. So they are beatable as well. But football is not about stars. But I think for the Super Eagles, it's beyond stats. The Super Eagles should be more interested in the stats at the African Coalition group stages, where they managed to get 7 points from that group, like Mr. John has said. They've been effective. They've not been pretty, but who cares? It's about going out of the group stage and going out emphatically. Cameroon have to wait to the final minute of their final game. Don't forget, at some point they were almost being knocked out in the 85th minute when they were losing by 2-1 by Gambia, up onto that own goal, and that beautiful goal by Wo to give them a 3-2 victory. So these stats, they do matter, but at the end of the day, this match is beyond stats because of the rivalry between Nigeria and Cameroon. It has been long time. See, it's a long story. It's something their children would have told their children, and their children would have told their children that this match is a do or die. Don't forget, this same Cameroonians came to Lagos in 2000 and beat us on penalties to be crowned African champions. So there's a lot of history in this game, but at the end of the day, what matters is the players playing right now. It's not about Olembe. It's not about Austin JJ Okocha. It's not about Wanko Kanu. It's not about Patrick Uboma. It's not about Lorian or Chato or Jeremy Jitab or Victor Ipeba. It's about Calvin Bassi and Vincent Abaka. It's about the goalkeeper Ondua and of course Stanley Wabali. It's about now. And as we speak to you, like you did say, the bookmakers have come out and said that Nigeria has got a better chance because Nigeria has kept 2 clean sheets, which is very important, and they have scored goals that's enough for them to win games. So that's what it's all about. So for Cameroon, I think they'll be under pressure from their fans, under pressure from the FA, which is Samuel Tofils in particular, who can't just sit himself on the seat and watch a game. He seems to be the second coach from the stands. And also pressure on the coach government song, who all the fans of Cameroon have been talking to journalists of Cameroon, believe that he's not good enough to handle the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, that he's more or less a rookie coach. So the pressure is on Cameroon. Nigeria would come into this game as favorite for the first time in a match at the Afcon. Nigeria will come in as favorite. But hold up. I think what's working for the Super Eagles is if they play to their strength. I've been saying this for 3 days now. Strength. Do not be pushed by people like Phillips, like people like Nonso, that said Nigeria will play Tiki Taka and Joko Bonito and come out to attack and open fire on this Cameroonian team. We will just suffer loss and pack our bag and we'll find them here in the Namibia Stadium in Abuja. And now they're at airport here in Abuja. But they play to their strength, and they see there's mistakes. Cameroon has got mistakes at the back. 2 goals every game. Tells that there's mistakes at the back. Nigeria can exploit, get 1 chance, bang, keep it short at the back, and Nigeria could be headed to the semi-final or quarter-final, of the African Cup of Nations. So I think Nigeria are favourites. History backs Nigeria at the Afcon, but I can tell you, at the end of the day, football will be played on the pitch of play.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's look at the Cameroonians now. We've talked about Nigeria, and we all know how hopefully they will set up in a 3-4-3 formation. Hopefully, that's what we expect, the 3-4-3 formation. Let's look at
visible to the blind and audible to the deaf.
Exactly. So let's look at the Cameroonians. Also, in their last match, they set up in that same 3-4-3 formation. And I guess also they are playing to their strength as well. If you can see especially the last match there were a lot of chop and change from the coach Robert Song when he changed almost the entire half of the team, not almost the entire team, with 5 players. Now you have the likes of Vincent Abubakar coming back. You have the likes of Toko Nkambe getting
Clinton G
and Clinton G as well coming back as well. Though coming back doesn't really mean that you are fit, but it also shows that the team have the arrays of stars that are coming into, they are coming back to boost confidence. But see, guys, with this current Cameroonian side, for me, that is they are short of confidence, but they are also dangerous as well because they have dangerous players. They are short of confidence, but they are dangerous. Do you think they have a chance in this match, John?
Oh, sure. I think the biggest chance the Cameroonians will have actually is if they can score early. That is where their chance will mostly come from. Because if they score early, then it will force the Nigerians to actually come out to play. Because the longer the match they don't score, the longer we see Nigeria become structurally solid. But if they But just like the other match we were discussing the other day, I think the Moroccan match where I told you if the Moroccans don't score early, then it will be a problem. And truly they were lucky they scored early, although the Zambians later came back into that match. Same thing with this Super Eagles setup today. The only thing that can bring out a high scoring match in today's match is if these Cameroonians can actually break Nigeria and actually get an early goal. Let's say in the first 20 minutes they get a goal. Yes, you will see the Super Eagles come out. But otherwise, they might have a lot of problems trying to break down the Nigerian structurally. Because today now we are expecting the captain to return back to the team through Stekong, and that's going to be a very big issue. We saw in the third match, the Nigerians, as much as they were solid, we could see cracks in the defense. But today now that the field marshal is back, we saw in the first two matches, he was marshalling those around him, and everybody understood what they were doing. In his absence, we saw Semi Ajayi making so many errors in the third match. But if today now he's staying by his captain, once an error is made, his captain yells at him, talks to him, you see everybody actually sticks to their guns and everybody is playing straight to their strength. So today, the Cameroonians actually have an advantage, but it all depends on how the first early minutes go. Because if they don't score early, trust me, they would find it very difficult to break down the Nigerians. And it might be a very drab match for everybody to watch. But otherwise, we might see a very interesting match. We saw in the 2019 edition where Nigerian Gallo goal actually broke ranks very early. And what did we see? We saw a flurry of 5 goals in the match. So that is what I'm expecting. The match for them today, they have good players that can actually go for it. Nonso just mentioned Clinton Njie. We have Vincent Abubakar, who actually is having problems at his club level, but is actually leading this Cameroon national team both as his captain and is actually and the top striker, and he's having a good tournament to show for it. But it all depends on what actually happens for me early in the match, because if indeed early in the match they don't get a goal, that is where the problem will be. But if they're able to actually get a goal and cause a disruption into the Nigerian plan, because I'm sure the Nigerian plan is just contain them and then do what you can do on the counter. If they can get a goal and disrupt that plan, then we might be able to see a very interesting match. Otherwise, yes, the Cameroonians have a very good chance. In fact, they will not even play themselves out of this match. They will believe, since these Eagles have not been scoring goals, if we can score against them, it might be an advantage to us, because these Eagles now are, just as you said, you are even counting 2 goals for us, because you still see it as the third goal was not scored by us. But be that as it may, all these Cameroonians just have to do, for me, is that they should just try and get an early goal, and they'll bring out the best in this match.
Okay, finally, before I come to the prediction, Nonso, what's your take about the Cameroonians? How do you think they should approach this match?
Simple. Play to your strengths. Just like Mr. John has said. See, I believe you play to your strength. Forget all these tactics 4-5-1, 3-5-2, 4-3-3. Sometimes it's gibberish. Rubbish. Yeah, I think that's rubbish. What is the strength of my team? The midfield. I base my team around my midfield. What is the strength of my team? My attack. I base my team around my attack. At some point, it falls back to what the players, the fighting spirit of these players. See, first thing I'll tell the Cameroonians to see, Nigeria, first of all, is beatable. As if I'm speaking to the Cameroonian team. 2, Come out and fight. Nigeria don't hate to fight dirty. So come out and fight dirty. Remember those days of the limit when they're too physical on us and we couldn't cope, we couldn't breathe a sigh of relief because we wanted to play tactical football. Simple. Come out and be dirty. Come out and be physical. Come out and frustrate the Super Eagles. Come and fight. It's a fight, it's not a match. You can want to turn it to a boxing bout. No matter why you keep rolling the ball around, part of it, no problem. And then thirdly, do not come out to defend. It's not your strength. You have shipped in 2 goals in 3 games. Forget about the respect of the Super Eagles and think, oh, we will defend. If they come out to defend and counter attack, the guy will destroy them. It could get up to 3 or 4. See, I said so. But if they do like I said, come out and attack the Super Eagles, force the Super Eagles to pack the bus and counter attack them and then keep their shape like they did the last time. Always ensure that while they're attacking, there's a sense of defensive ability. But that wouldn't stop them from going all out against the Super Eagles defense because this defense can also lead goals. We saw that before the tournament. Forget about what happened at the tournament. I think to me, I keep singing this song. It's a miracle, working God, how we've not considered as much as we have in the tournament. But before the tournament, we're leaking in goals, we're shipping in goals. Even Guinea, that had Gurasse, scored us 2 goals in the friendly game before this tournament. So come and attack the team. There is juice there. Try and milk the cow. There is milk somewhere. At some point, there'll be milk for you. And like Mr. John said, if they do get the first goal, wow, it could spell. It could throw the game upside down because Nigeria will have to throw their tactics to the gutters and come and play. And you know Nigeria cannot play to save their life either. So it's gonna be let's see how it pans out. But I think first of all they need to come out and fight. They need to believe that Nigeria is beatable, play to their strength and attacking brand of football. I don't think they can defend to save their life. The same way Nigeria cannot attack right now to save their life. So come out, you have Mr. Baka coming back, massive boots. Trinity, his supplies from the wing, his crosses are top notch. Nkangu, the guy who had 2 assists in the game against Gambia, keep giving those supplies to the attack. They have Toko Kamki as well. What a striker he's been for them. Zambo Giza is the king of the midfield. Choke that midfield, Nigeria was not a midfield. Zambo, this man knows it from his time at Napoli. So simple, play to your strength, come out and attack. Don't come out from your shell very early. Don't be scared to play the Super Eagles because the Super Eagles can be beaten. Simple.
Super Eagles can be beaten. Finally, predictions time for you guys. We've spent
Mr. John, I believe in you. Mr. John will help me out here. I know Mr. John, I trust him.
So it's now time for you guys to put your money where your mouth is. So, Mr. John, I'll start with you.
Mr. John, where's your money?
No, I don't know if I'm allowed to make 2 score predictions.
Go ahead.
For 90 minutes, I will go for a 1-1 draw. Or if it's going to be a goal scoring match, a 1-0 win for Nigeria.
Okay. Loso?
Ademola Lookman to score, please.
Okay.
Keep that.
Loso?
You know my explanation already, Philip, but for the sake of the listeners there, I think Nigeria will win the game by a goal to 0. The goal will score from Victor Osimhen. It will be very drabby, very boring, excruciating to watch. But I know Nigeria will be happy. They'll be through to the next round of the African Cup of Nations.
Okay, I have it on my paper here. I don't go tear them. Okay, guys. For those that are watching us now, I can see 2 or 3 persons coming in and coming off online. Kindly subscribe to Fancy Football, and don't forget to hit the notification button and like our videos as well. Okay, guys, let's take a quick short break, and when we're back, we go into the match between Angola and Namibia quickly. Okay, welcome back, and you're still tuned into Fancy Football on YouTube. We are supposed to go live on X, but I think we have to for technical issues. We are not live on X, but we'll see what we'll do in our next show to be live on X. Okay, these are 2 teams, Angola and Namibia. These are 2 teams that are not debutants to the Afcon. They've met 3 times in the Afcon, and Angola have had the upper hands with with one win and two draws and one loss as well, and one loss three times, I guess. No, and no loss and zero loss. Then Namibia with no win, two draws, and two defeats against the Angolans. But they've met in several competitions. We all know in the COSAFA competition, these two sides have met. And I think they are familiar foes, they are familiar enemies, and because they are in the same region, that COSAFA region, they've always tried to play each other all because I think in that region, if I'm mistaken, they always play football in that region, the COSAFA region. So I think that is kudos to them. But Angola coming to this match, the bookmakers have given the Angolans the bookmakers have given the Angolans a upper hand coming into this match. That is almost 60% rate to win the match for the Angolans. I don't know, so I'll start with you because you know a lot about this Angola national side. With the likes of your player of the group stage. Sorry, John was not part of that show. But your player of the group stage, Miguel Sindala, and the likes of others that have helped the Angolans not just qualify for the round of 16, but also top that has the likes of Algeria in that group. None of us see that coming because we just rated the Angolan side as an ordinary side that will come into the Afcon and maybe just do. But I think they've been consistent since they got that draw against the Algerians. Went to the next match and they won, and the next match they won. So, but now they are facing a familiar foe in a team in the like of Namibia, who you don't know, which we don't really know how they will come to play. But do we see with Angola? Do we see a side that will come into this match to dominate this match against their neighbors or their neighbors Namibia?
Come on, they should be. They have dominated every game they played so far. The Afcon. They've been practically. I think they said they've 7 points from possible 9. They practically bossed the game. They've had total dominance in front of goal. They've scored lots of goals, including that man, Jesse Dalla. What a player. I wonder what the guy is doing in Qatar. Like I said, he won't be there for so long. At some point, somebody will snap him up and get him to Europe because that's where he belongs, in the top leagues in Europe. The boy is quick, he's fast, he's spacey, his decision making is top notch, his goal scoring ability is fine. And most importantly, his own delivery into the strikers, talking about Mbalulu, is also good. See, the Angola team do not have the arrays of stars that the other teams do have, but it's something they do have that is very key. I know John will agree with me. They've got key players in key positions. In the midfield is their captain, Fred. How Nigeria could do with a Fred in their midfield. Because the boy is an all-action midfielder. He works hard, he tracks back, and the guy has got an eye for a pass. His passes are exquisite, top-notch, heavenly. You know, these are passes that you want to see in the Premier League. You know, but unfortunately, it is what it is. They've got Mabululu, who plays in the Egyptian League. They've got Gilberto, who also plays in Petro Luanda in the Angolan League. We know him very well with his time in the CAF Champions League. And of course, Justin Dallas, well, who has shone like a million stars in this competition. So they've got some players, not maybe flamboyant players, not the players in the ranks of the Victor Osimhen, Chukwueze of this world, but players who understand what it means to don the red of Angola. They call them the Paranca Negras of Angola. They understand what it means to wear that jersey. You know, the days of the Manuchos, the Flavios, when they qualified for the World Competition here in Kano, the days of J.J. Okocha, I remember how they cried, including that man talking about Obodo. I remember that day vividly in Kano. I don't know who took us to Kano. That's the story for that day. But the players have understood that this jersey we're wearing, we need to give 150%. That's what they do. Win, lose, or draw. The boys fight with all they have. They fight with grit. They go for glory. And when they end up not winning games, you could see that, you could say, oh, like we used to do in those days of pitch of play, oh, these guys gave 150%. They left everything on the pitch of play. But fortunately, the god of soccer did not smile at them. So I expect an all-round attacking football from them against Namibia. Namibia, on the other hand, we know there are no pushovers. They've got a certain player I love so much. His name is Peter Solalile. He plays in the PSL with Mamelodi Sundowns. You know, he's no rookie. He's won the Champions League numerous times. He's a perennial winner of the PSL with Mamelodi Sundowns. He's in the past 18 months, I think he's the best player in Africa Forget about Pesitao. His goals in PSL and Champions League tells a lot. And the rise in Namibia football is because of Peter Schwali. His goals in the qualifiers has got them to where they are right now at the Afcon. It's been a long time we saw Namibia play at the biggest stage in African football. So they've got them to lose. So from Angola would say, okay, nobody thought we would get to the quarterfinal. We get there as a plus. The best everybody thought we would get is round of 16. With the quality of nations in the don't forget the more nations than the
I don't know. So can you hear us?
got in there. So for Angola, there's no pressure on them. Premier League experience. On paper, they are the bigger team. They have got the Afcon experience. I'm going to be sincere with you about that. But let me be sincere, man. Come on. They'll be licking their lips. It's Namibia, it's not Algeria. It's Namibia, it's not Nigeria.
Okay. That's good. It's Namibia, it's not Nigeria.
So come on, they will come out to attack good enough for them.
Okay, that's good. John, I'm coming over to you. Does this Angolan side, do you see some flashes of what you had in the Angolan side of the 2000s, between 2000 and 2010, that went to the World Cup against all odds, especially when they even came to Kano here to defeat Nigeria? Against all odds, they went to the World Cup, and I think from that point, some of the players withered away. But do you see this Angolan side repeating that same feat that the old Angolan side of the 2000 did?
Actually, I told you when I was talking about my key points from this tournament, that's actually been the rise of the underdogs. We've seen the Cambodians. We've seen. Are you with me?
I'm with you. Go ahead.
We've seen the Cambodians. Superb. Angolans. You lose superlatives to actually qualify them by. But the thing is that, yes, we've always known something about the Angola national team. They don't. They're just like the Cambodians. They know themselves in terms of they are not the biggest players in Africa. What they have is, you go there now, just as Nonso was saying now, their best player is actually playing in the Qatari league. You go there, you see players playing maybe in the second or third division of the Portuguese league. They bring themselves together. What they know how to do is that they know how to fight. And if you see them, they are always skillful, because that is the kind of football the Portuguese they play. Trying to dazzle, play, but it works when you know how to just bring out your style. Because when we're talking about Nigerian man, Nonso kept mentioning something: play to your strength, play to your strength. And that is what the Angolans do. They play to their strength. They know they are not the best team when it comes to playing tactical football, hold defense. What they do, once they're on the ball, they gel. Once they're on the ball, they express themselves. And you can see it in this tournament. That's what they've been doing. You're jealousy now. Before pre-tournament, if you are counting your stars to watch in the tournament, you could have counted like 50 stars. You are yet to mention his name. But we've seen him today now. He was practically the player of the group stage, alongside, for me, Emiliano Nsue. So that is the good thing about the tournament, such tournaments. And for me, it has been the best thing about this particular Afcon. We've seen teams that, in fact, teams that we want to just call a walkover. They've been able to rise up to the occasion, play the best football we've been able to see. So for me, this team is actually what it wants to be. That 2010 Angolan team, I didn't rate it too much because I felt they had the home support behind them. So it actually pushed them to what they actually got. But this is an Angolan, practically the whipping boys of the group. Before the tournament started, everybody would have said, oh, this team should be streamrolled. But what do we see? The Angolans, the Algerians found it difficult. The next match again, they still went ahead against Mauritania and just do what they do. They don't have any stars particularly, but they play for themselves. That was one of the biggest problems for me. The Ivory Coast golden generation had when they had the senior Toure, Kolo Toure, Kalu, Didier
Drogba, Yaya Konan, Seredier, Nibemba. Some of them.
Yeah, the group of stars that just refused to become a galaxy. But as soon as they were able to push up, what did we see? We see then they came out with younger players the Kolotures, the Kraspi, and these players brought them the what they were looking for, the Afcon, that the Drogba generation couldn't deliver. So that is what, for me, this team should actually be looking out for. Don't play to anybody's strength. We know what we can do. When we get the ball, we can dribble. When we get the ball, we can shoot. When we get the ball, we can pass. Do that.
Oh, we lost John along the line. Okay, no, so over to
so
you.
sad, so sad.
Okay. I think John is back. Let's see if we can get John. We lost him. Okay, John, can you go on, please?
Yes, I said for me, in terms of what I've just explained about this team, how they were not expected. Because for that 2010 team, I think the crowd actually pushed them to where they got to. This team has been able to do all they can do without the home support, knowing they are playing far away from their own support. They are not, they are West Africa, from far away from the South Africa where we know they come from. But they've been able to do the best they can, and they have been the dazzle of the tournament. They shouldn't do any more. In fact, for me, they got the best draw in Namibia for this round. So they should just take it easy, win their match, and get themselves into the quarterfinals and see them there.
They've gotten themselves an easier draw. Okay, let's hope it's an easier draw for them. So, okay, let's look at the Namibian side. A Namibian side that is totally unknown. Even the way they came into this Afcon was somehow, if you look at the stats, they didn't really have but they did qualify. They did the business. Yeah. They did the business and they came to the Afcon, and we saw them, a whole Namibian side beating Tunisia in the Afcon. I think that was the height, the feat, or the standard they've raised in this Afcon for themselves, to beat Tunisia. And also they went against their rivals, South Africa, and
get walloped.
And they were hammered 4-0. Yes, maybe because they know
themselves.
They know themselves very, very well. There's familiarity there. And also they went to the last match and they drew in the last match. But for now, this is the business end of the Afcon for them. And I don't think they are under any pressure of such to deliver in this match. But a team that doesn't have anything to lose looks dangerous. I keep saying it. A team that doesn't have anything to lose are always dangerous side. So what do you think is in the mind of this Namibian side? And also what is in their mind? How do you think they are preparing themselves for this match against their also their rivals as well, Angola?
I think, Mr. John, you must have heard of this song, "He That Is Down Fears No Fall," right? You've heard of this song, right?
No.
He that is down fears no fall. I think that's the song Namibia will be singing by the time they face Angola today. See, if they beat Angola, it's an upset, it's a news. If Angola beat them, it's not a news. They will pack their bag and go home. Absolutely. So he that is down fears no fall should be the mantra for Namibia. We just be like Mozambique. When we're going down, let's take everything with us. Like they took Ghana with them. So that is the mantra, spoil things. Let's go and become spoilers. Let's spoil this season. That is the mantra, And most importantly for the Namibia team, one thing they should take is simple. They call the element of the unknown. The fact I have researched Namibia, share with you. Many countries in Africa don't know what Namibia can do. They don't even know the players in Namibia. Not because of the fact I follow some of the PSL very well. And that's how I can remember, there's a certain captain called Peter Shulalili who captains this team. So they have that surprise element. All they need to do, like I said, play their game. Do not be phased. They are not under any pressure. The best time to play football is when you're not under any pressure. You win, no problem. You lose, no problem. So if they win, it becomes a big news. We break it here. We come back again and dissect how well Namibia played. If they lose, we say, we expected the Pananta Negra to beat Namibia and qualify to the next round. So for me, that surprise element. They've got nothing to lose. If they win, we applaud them. If they lose, they go home and they regroup. It's a work in progress for Namibian football. Like you said, we didn't even know how they got here in the first place. So if they leave now, we wouldn't even care how they leave. But I think they've had a great tournament for me. Still in a group that has South Africa, Tunisia and making it out of the group stage is a fantastic moment for them. But they've not been here for a very long time. So kudos to the team. Come out, no pressure. No pressure. That's the word from the coach. Go and have fun, enjoy yourself. You know, when you have these chances, please do score. Try as much as possible to keep the Angolans at bay. Defend very well. When you get your chance, score, and we'll see where we go from here. So, no pressure. I would say they should come a no. Just take it 1 minute at a time. When it's time to defend as a team. When it's time to attack as a team. It's a team game. There is no superstar. So let's work together. Let's fight together. The word there is fight. Fight, Namibia, fight. And if they can do that for 90 minutes, we'll see where it takes them from there. But like Mr. John, since we have to start a new choir, and the song is He That Is Down, Fears No Fall. Think about the lyrics of the song. But that's really the song for Namibia headed to this tournament. Absolutely.
My brother. Okay, let's put that one aside. Okay, guys, prediction time now for this match. I will start with Nonso.
You know how much I love this Angola team, so I have to go for the Angola team. I think they're one of the interesting teams. Apart from Cape Verde and Senegal, they play the best brand of football I've seen in the Afcon this year. So I think Angola will have enough firepower to get past Namibia. And I tip Angola to win this game. I know it's a bit shaky, but I think Angola will win this game by 2 goals to them.
2 goals to nil. Okay.
Mr. John, please support me.
John, your prediction, please.
I want to give that very same prediction. But since you've given it, mine. 3 goes to nil for Angola.
3 goes to nil.
3 goes to
You would have said 3-1 though, because I know if they score 3, they will allow people to score 1.
They can't score to save themselves.
Okay, guys. Okay, quickly, just to dive aside, I just want to take your reaction about what happened with the breaking news we had yesterday. 1 minute each, because I love this bonus story. 1 minute each. I think we all saw it in the group chat, in our WhatsApp group chat yesterday. Jurgen Klopp has thrown the towel. Is he thrown the towel, or I don't know what you want to use, but he decided to.
It does not have a towel. It does not have a towel. Yeah, it does not have a towel.
Yeah.
He said he will leave the door.
He decided to resign. He decided to leave Liverpool at the end of the season, at the end of the summer. Or at the end of the season, sorry. I think when I saw that news, I didn't know, so was the one that posted that breaking news instantly, because I was not really close to my phone at that moment. But when I came in and I saw the news, I said, let me use pidgin English for this one. Make I use pidgin English for this one. I said, guy, now run they run. I mean, I want it to happen. Guys, I think he's building a wonderful team. I think there's a lesson he has learned. I think going forward, that's what this is my opinion now. But I want to hear from you guys. There's a lesson he has learned. Jurgen Klopp has learned, knowing that it is good to leave when the ovation is high. He has a contract that runs to 2026, but I think at this moment he has decided that it's not worth it chasing that course. That now that he has rebuilt that team, it is time for him to bow out and somebody else to come and take it from him. John, what do you think was going on into Jurgen Klopp's mind that made him to step down as the manager of Liverpool? That wanted, because he is citing he doesn't have the energy at this moment to carry on, and we know that this current Liverpool team is the way they play they play with the energy of Jurgen Klopp, whether we like it or not. It is Jurgen Klopp energy. So, do you really think that energy that the manager has, that he has been talking about, that he no longer have the drive and the listen for coaching, that energy was the main reason he's stepping down as Liverpool manager?
Well, I think only one thing is making him step down, and I will now borrow leave from you and also speak pidgin. Guardiola don't show and listen. No. You know, it will be an odd thing for him. He has. I won't be surprised now if Liverpool actually take the league this year, because I'm sure he's going to do all he can. Talk to his boys and make sure. See,
To end on a high.
because the problem actually is that he has seen that for the foreseeable future, Guardiola has no plans of leaving the EPL. Because I'm sure if Guardiola leaves the EPL today, he will become the next in fact, the next emperor to sit on the throne. And since Guardiola is not leaving that throne anytime soon, not everybody is going to be King Charles. That will wait for the mother up to 100 years. So he just has to, he just has to just look for a way and go out. Yes, he has done his best for Liverpool, and just as you said, he has actually. This was what Sir Alex didn't do in 2010. So Alex just left his own team at the point of where it was actually crumbling down. He just left the team, and it became a problem for every other coach that kept coming. But he has actually done a very good thing. He has started the rebuilding process up to an extent. It's not left for whoever is coming up after him to just pick up from where he has stopped. But for me, I think it's just the knowledge that this Man City team is not going anywhere. And instead
No,
of him to just
they will go somewhere. Hold on, the Man City team will go somewhere. We know where they are going to. No problem. We know where they are going to. Let's leave that issue for
not
another day.
anytime. I can take that team off.
No, so you know where I'm going to now.
I know where you're going to, but let me sincere. See, Klopp leaving is simple. This when he picked up this club was 10th on the table. They had failed to qualify for the top 5 in 5 of the 6 years before he came. In short, they have never ever gone past the knockout stages for over 10 to 8 years before he came. They were struggling to even qualify for they've not qualified for the Champions League in over 8-7 years. So he picked up this team from rubbles. And then for him to win every single trophy that he is in England, from the Premier League to the Carabao Cup to the FA Cup to the Champions League to the Super Cup to the Community Shield to the FIFA Club World Cup, boy, it's 9 years of bliss. From a team that was mediocrity in quote to a team that can now be competing against. Don't forget, this guy got to 3 Champions League final. No manager has done that in 9 years. You would say he lost 2, but he's got to 3. He's brought out some young players like Curtis Jones, Mohamed Salah, breath of life. I'll use that one in these players, and they become a living being. Don't forget, they were almost as useless as not when about Chelsea. So for me, the man has paid his dues. To me, he remains one of the top 5 coaches to ever have coached in the Premier League. Like he said, he was discussing with the owners of the club about the future of the team for next season, and then he looked at him and said, "No, I can't carry on. I don't think I have the strength to go on anymore." I quite agree that the players play with the energy of Pep Klopp. The man is the most charismatic coach I've seen in a very long time. He doesn't only coach the team; he coaches the fans. He's an orchestra. He ensures that everybody plays their role, from the fans to the board and the players. So when you're charismatic, it's beyond football. The people of Liverpool love him. It's like a home to him. The whole architecture around the administration of Liverpool, they all care about him. So I think it was a very difficult decision. When he came out yesterday, I was trying to find out what was in his head when he made that decision. But at the end of the day, see, I'm not the man who is sincere. A typical Nigerian coach will be there. I don't want to call him. But he told us that he doesn't resign from job. He's only fired. I won't call him. I asked him after he failed to qualify Nigeria for 3 straight tournaments. I asked him, will he resign? He said no, he's not going to resign. He doesn't resign from job. Nigerian mentality. This man says, not that he's not doing badly. He's in the 4 competition. He's in the final of the Carabao Cup. He's still in the FA Cup. He's in the Champions League. He's top of the Premier League. But he looks at him and says, the energy is not there to continue. That's sincerity. And I think that's what the fans love about him. Now the problem is, can Liverpool continue from where he stopped? Whoever is going to pick up the baton has got big shoes to fill. This guy could survive for 2-3 years after he leaves. I can tell you that it could be that bad. So Liverpool has to brace up. It could still get worse to get better. But I tell you, this man will leave. I've left his print in time in the Premier League. I've left his print in time in English football. I've left his print in time in Liverpool. And the man will leave. He came into Liverpool unknown. He leaves as an absolute legend. An absolute legend.
Okay, that's good. Absolute legend. Okay, guys, you can check your WhatsApp. I've sent you guys something, so we'll meet on the other side of the show quickly, so that we look at other things we need to look at. Okay, this is much we can bring to you on Fancy Football on our live Afcon coverage. We want you to subscribe to Fancy Football. And also make sure you watch the game for today. Very, very important to watch those games for today. We have the games. Okay, let me just we have Namibia, Angola, Namibia by 5 o'clock. That is local time, Angola local time, and we have Nigeria versus Cameroon also by 5 o'clock as well, by 8 o'clock local time, which is 9 o'clock in Nigeria. So go and watch these games, and let's see what will happen at the end of the day. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of the show. Thank you, Nonso. Thank you, John. We'll see you on the other side very, very soon, the next 2 minutes.
My pleasure. Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah.